you go, bud.
What?
You're live.
Oh, you mean live with? You said we were live before.
You're live.
Oh, okay. All right. I never know. You got to get this down pat.
Oh, Rita Morphew's with us. Becca Detman's with us. Mary's with us.
Mary.
Rodriguez Stevens.
Oh. Yeah, we got that freaking raspberry habanero. I can't wait to try that. Try that. The neighbors, Teresa and Mary, brought us a raspberry habanero coffee cake. And I think that should be really good, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So it's a little chilly out tonight. I got my long sleeve tie-dye on. This is the oldest tie-dye I have, and you can see it's got some holes in it. It's a little worse for wear. I got it at the Cranberry Festival up in Wisconsin at, I can't remember the freaking town that it's in. I know the town's only 50, but when they had the Cranberry Festival over that weekend, they have 100,000 people. And I can't remember where it's at in Wisconsin, but it was really cool. So what we're going to do tonight is, I don't know which camera we're on. Or
we're on the main one right here, bud.
Okay. I'm gonna show you how to make a pumpkin arrangement. Now I just put this, I can't get it out of there. It's just like a cottage cheese container in there, and oh shit, I didn't bring my water out.
You need some water?
No, that's all right. I can always dump it in later in the container. But I have Oasis, Floral Oasis, and I'm gonna kind of cut it. I got it kind of marked. And it's been soaking in water. So I'm gonna put it in there like that. So, and you can get this at a flower shop. You can get it at Joann Fabrics or whatever, any place like that. And then I have, like I did in a wreath arrangement, I have Artemisia. And I'm gonna I wanna do this kind of funky. I'm not gonna, you can make it straight up and down. I'm not gonna do that. I wanna make it kind of at an angle. And put these things in it kind of funky. Need something smaller. Kind of a busy day for me today. I had to, I was all over the place. I was down by Harmon twice. I had to make a delivery on Baton Road, which I wasn't 100% sure where that was at. So I'm kind of making it kind of like this. I'll show you. This will be the front of it. It's going to be funky. I want it to kind of wing out. And I'm not throwing these little pieces away because I'll end up using those. Because on the back side of it, you want to make sure that you're not showing anything. So, and I just shove these in there, here and there. I love using fresh stuff. It's really nice. And you can kind of do this stuff like this. Is everybody enjoying the weather we got? I was at Tim McNinch's house looking at the landscape. He wanted me to look at some plants that he thought weren't doing real well. And he said that, and he lives by Woodlawn Art Academy, and he said he had over 5 inches of rain. So that's a lot of rain in the few days that we did have rain. And like I said earlier in the week, it was nice that we had the rain, but if we don't get any rain for a while longer again, don't be afraid to water. The stuff, I think the plants out in the garden look a lot better just from the rain that we got. I mean, it was unreal. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, I'm kind of seeing what I'm doing Not talking much, sorry. Trying to concentrate. Believe it or not.
I am too. I'm wondering why I don't have the ability
If you guys got any questions about anything,
to fetch.
I was out getting, it was so weird today because I was out trying to spray. There was places that Lisa and I went around to, we're trying these new containers out at some of the places that we do for the hospital, and I had to go spray, and I'd pull up and it'd start freaking raining. And I'd be going like, ah. So, and then I went to the hospital because we've got a area that we have to take a tree out of, and then we're going to landscape it. Believe it or not, you guys, and any of you farming people will know what lamb's quarter is. It's a weed.
Are you gonna put it in that side so that you?
It's just kind of green. I like using it. Some of them will be kind of reddish. I'm just using it as a fill to help fill. It's kind of almost like the Artemisia that I'm using, except it's green. I think it looks pretty cool. Normally I have this up a little higher so I can see it, so I'm kind of winging it here tonight. And this I'm going to give to the neighbors since they gave us coffee cake. I'll trade stuff for food any day.
Oh, Lori asked what plant that is. I hope you got the right one.
What plant? What is?
Well, I'm struggling a little bit because my switcher is not pulling up my comments, so I'm looking on my computer screen.
So,
she said it about a minute ago. Hopefully you answered
I
the
talked.
question.
This is Artemisia that I'm using right now, and this was lamb's quarter, which is a weed. Farmers hate it. This just kind of looks cool just with this stuff in it, without any of the other stuff. Yeah, look at that. All these little pieces. You can just stick them in there. The guys are starting to do their fall cleanup. Didn't really get to work very much this week because of the weather, which, I mean, I can't complain. I'm not going to complain that we got rain. But all right. See, you can kind of see how I'm doing it. So I kind of
winging off to the side, aren't you?
That's the way I want it.
It's kind of an angle.
Well, because that's the way I want it.
Yeah.
I'm drinking sweet potato ale from Bent River tonight. This is goldenrod. It isn't super yellow right now. It's kind of...
Stick it in the iPad so I can.
It's kind of on its last hurrah.
Slow down.
Was that all right?
Yeah, I was out of focus because you were give it a chance to. That's good. Thanks.
Just stick this in here and there. Oops. The first one I made for Lisa to take a picture, I made a mistake of putting the Oasis down too low, and I didn't have a lot of room to stick stems.
About how far above the pot did you have that Oasis?
Now I've got it about 3 inches, 4 inches above.
Oh, Kelly Babin's watching.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, I loved your Harry Ball wreath. That was really nice. Very creative for a Pepsi delivering guy. I don't care what Janie says about you. You're all right. And I just went out back today and just picked all this stuff. I kind of really like this without all this stuff in it. The other stuff I'm going to put in it.
What other stuff are you going to put in?
I've got, colored stuff. it just really looks really nice, I think. I think it looks really cool. So now I've got some other stuff that I picked up, or Jody got this for me today. These are, I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, just be slow. Oh, those are cool.
That's buttonweed, another farmer's friend.
Not.
Yeah. And I see this along the road, and I stop and I'll cut it because we can use it at Christmas time and everything. Even these little ones like this, you know, just put in there. And I got a bunch of different ones here. I'll go back through and really look around here to cover everything up when I get done. But these are really cool, like at Christmas time. You can get these big stems, they're like this. I don't know, you probably want to do a wide shot.
Yeah.
But they're big stems like this that you can spray them like golds and different colors and then put them in your Christmas pots. So they're really, really kind of nice. I want to put a little bit more Artemisia in here. Get this thing looking good. Get a big piece out here. I can hack off of it. I got to talk with David Gill today. We're doing a project with St. John's Church. They want a memorial garden, so I was out talking with him and they were showing me the areas I have to do a drawing for, and it was really nice because he was asking questions about the Green Lantern and, like, you know, relatives, and he knew a lot of, we were trading stories of people. He knew my neighbor Seth Yeager, or better known to me as Soup Bone, and so we were trading stories, telling them about our adventures in the beer garden, what Lisa and I are doing and that. So, all right, I'm gonna flip this around so you can see the front, so I can finish the back, because I can't see you doing it this way. I'm gonna put more stuff in it, you guys, but.
So this is just kind of like your base.
Yeah. This is, and like my go-to plant is the Artemisia. That's my filler.
Lori says her wreath still looks good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And Linda Sue Brown says hers has fragrance.
Wow.
Did you use,
No,
did you use in
no, I
that?
didn't use any Annie. We didn't have any sweet Annie this year,
Oh.
which is great. It's another type of Artemisia that smells really good. All these little pieces come in handy because I can cover that little white container that's in here. Let's see what we got here. Let's put a little bit of, I've been putting all that in. Let's put some of the lamb's quarter in here. Got to do a little weeding today too, which I enjoy, believe it or not. Not chemically weeding, but hand weeding today. I weeded some beds at Murtis Plaza and walked around and looked at some of the stuff that he has planted, and really kind of want to do a few different things there next year if I can. Jim's pretty open to it. I told him that I wasn't going to do anything this year, but it was a learning year for us with, using the kids, which turned out really well. And then Jay retiring and getting a couple other people. We just trying to take baby steps into doing stuff. So anyway, all right, I'm going to turn it around again because there's a spot right over here. Sorry, you guys.
No, that's good.
Just kind of working my way around it. I love doing this stuff. Sherry, and we talked about Sherry today too. David knew Sherry and Mike. Well, her ex-husband was Mike, but I was telling Dave that I had worked with Sherry and how she always made me mad because Sherry was a very good designer, but that's what she did. She designed. When she designed, she made a mess. You know, like she'd do all this stuff, see how I'm doing it, it's all falling on the floor. She'd have piles. And then she didn't want to stand in it because, you know, maybe Matt and I were out delivering flowers and weren't able to clean right away. So she'd kick it underneath. There was an opening about this big. She'd kick it underneath there and she'd pack that freaking thing because she didn't want to stand on it. I understood that. Didn't want to stand on it. Well, and then when we came back, you know, Mrs. Lundstrom said that we had to clean up, you know, and I had to get down on my hands and knees all the time and pull that shit out that Sherry had shoved underneath there. I was always cussing her. Good designer.
Lori wants to know if you're selling these. Do you have pumpkins?
No.
Okay.
Okay, now, see, I'm using, I don't know if you can see that.
Just hold it still for a little bit. That looks beautiful.
That's Chinese 5-color hot pepper, and they are hot. So I'm going to put that in there. Now it's not going in where I want it to go. And that's because it's got a little burr on it. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that one. We'll put this one up here. I don't have a lot of pumpkins. I mean, I suppose I can make. I suppose I could make some if somebody was interested in a pumpkin arrangement. I'd have to do it during the week, and it probably wouldn't be a bad thing to do anyway because, you know, these things will probably last, you know.
So what's that backside look like?
This is the front side. You're looking at the back side.
Okay, what's it look like?
Well, when I get done putting
You're
this in,
like all sneaky. I can't see what you're doing.
that's because it's there, see? Starting to look pretty good.
Okay, little pops of color there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
And these are really cool because they're all different colors. There's purples and reds, and wasn't too many yellows on it this time. See if I can get this one in here. Oh, nope. Oh, there we go. Awesome. I need a real tall one. Or not a real tall one, I guess. Oh, that's the one. That's the ticket. We're going, everything's coming into why we're sitting here. I was at Diane and Al's house today looking at a hibiscus they had to move because they got a TV tower in because they're not using Comcast anymore, which is a good thing. But, you know, I was asking her about, you know, her wreath and swag, so we're starting to gear up, believe it or not. I know it isn't Halloween yet, everybody, but we have to get stuff going for Christmas. Oh, man, why won't you go in there?
Yeah, there's always that kind of psychological thing. I feel like I don't want to start
All right,
thinking about
so-
Christmas until at least after
See, I got the peppers in there.
Halloween. Oh, that's starting to come together.
And I got these. Boy, this is going to be a tough one to do. These are Hawthorne berries. And
Those are cool.
And you can see what you have to be careful of. Thorns. There goes the knife that just about stabbed me in my foot. Oh, there you go. That kind of adds some different texture to it.
Wonder if I can put a camera on the backside so we can actually see what you're doing.
Well, it'd probably be kind of glaring from the light. That's
I
the
don't
only
know.
thing that I was thinking.
I might
Lisa.
try anyway. Because it's like we're looking at the one side you're not working on.
Well, I can't help it. I have to work this one.
I know. God.
Survey says.
I know, dear.
Okay, look at that. That kind of is looking pretty good, huh?
Yep, that's starting to pull together. That's pretty.
Boy, I don't know.
There, let me see if I can.
Okay, let's see. Now I got these hydrangea heads. These are pretty big.
Yeah, I don't think I have that
Oh,
switched. Sorry. I'm moving the camera. Yeah, this might work. Be better than.
okay.
Yeah, let's try this.
Something's burning again tonight. Somebody's been burning every night.
Mm.
I don't know where it's at, but boy,
Try that one.
why won't you go in where I want you to go in? Okay, yeah. We'll see how that goes.
It's a little better.
Some of these hydrangeas are a little big. Trying to whittle them down a little bit. There we go. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, those will make a statement.
Yeah.
Becca
well,
Devin
that
says
one
that's looking really cool.
won't. That one won't make a statement where they're shit because I
Aw.
just busted it.
Linda says, great camera work. Thank you. I'm trying. John says, another masterpiece, bud.
Yeah. yeah. Thanks, John. Put me on
Thank
the
you,
spot
John.
there.
Diane Rude said, that's awesome. Janie's, it's looking beautiful. You're getting all sorts of,
Thumbs up.
yep.
All right, and I need to drink.
You need a drink.
I'll tell you a
It
story.
is coming together. Looking through the viewfinder here.
Sherry
Cool.
was gone, so she won't know this story, but Mrs. Lunston, we had an Eberly wedding. I don't know, maybe Sherry got in on an Eberly wedding. I don't know, I'd have to ask her. Anyway, we had an Eberly wedding. And Bill Eberly went all out for his girl. I can't remember which Eberly girl it was, but it was out at Rock River Country Club. I remember we used to get greens from J.W. Perry in Wisconsin, and they brought the whole truck. They literally brought the whole refrigerator truck for us, just us alone for these greens. That's how many greens we needed. And what they did is they had a big tent like they have tent weddings now. We had to wrap all the ropes, all the stakes, all the posts. And then Rob made, there was 3 main posts in the tent, and Rob had to make these big palm leaves, had to make these big arrangements up on top. And I remember how I had to hand in stuff. But anyway, the story I'm trying to say because of drinking is that the caterers were there. And I wasn't old enough. But the caterers said, hey, you guys want some food? They gave us food, but they also gave us alcohol. And what was kind of funny is that we all got a little looped. And I remember Mrs. Luncheon saying, when we got back to the greenhouse and the flower shop, you know, we were all laughing and giggling and having a good time. You know, we worked a long day, but we got back there. She goes, I got to get a pot of coffee on. So I thought it was funny. Well, I think
Linda Sue Brown wants to know where to get the peppers. You got any peppers? Extra peppers?
I don't have a whole lot left.
Do you? Joellen Gann says, love it. getting all sorts of encouragement, bud.
Right there, I think that's where I want to quit.
With that side, so what are you going to do with the back side?
That's it. It's
Your
the back.
back side is naked.
That's the way I make it.
Okay. So this has a front and
Yeah.
back. I
Yep.
got it. All right,
This-
let me see if I can get another shot.
I mean, I can maybe
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll doctor it up while you guys look at that maybe. Because if Teresa and Mary sit this on their table, they're going to want it to look nice.
Yeah, I like the colors in it. It's kind of understated a little bit. Definitely looks like fall.
Oh, it definitely is fall. It's cold. It's chilly out tonight.
Deborah Stevens says gorgeous. Diane Huggins Shad says beautiful.
Huggins.
Huggins, sorry.
Huggins.
Apologies.
Is that Bessie Huggins is related to Bessie Huggins?
Oh, you have a suggestion.
Okay.
Linda Sue Brown says put some peppers on the back.
I don't have any.
Oh, you're out of peppers?
It might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just a little splash of color.
I got this pepper. Let me see here. We can hear the football game going on tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know who's playing.
Carol Spencer says looks great.
Thanks, Carol. Yeah, you know, I'm not making this puffy out because I don't want it to be that way.
Right. Well, I like the fact that you can still see your pumpkin. You know, that the arrangement isn't so overpowering.
See, the back is not looking too bad.
Let me see. Oh, let me get you. Yeah, it's a little better.
I got to put some over here.
It just doesn't look so dramatic from decorated to just fill.
What do you mean?
You know, you had just all your fill material in the background with no real decorative elements.
That's the way I wanted it.
All right. Yeah. I do
Okay,
like.
let's get a. Oh, I'll put that baby in there. I'll put this.
Diane said it's Sterling High School in Moline, she thinks, for the football game.
Oh, okay. We only care about noon.
Diane Rude's got a question. It's beautiful. Do you have to do anything to the pumpkin first?
Yeah, you got to cut a hole in it and dig the seeds out, just like you would if you were carving it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Just kind of hollow it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough to fit your little container in. It looked like you kind of had like maybe a cottage cheese container.
That's exactly what I had. I said.
Oh.
That's exactly what I
wasn't
said.
paying attention. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, you know what? I want to need something up there. I'm digging. I'm getting on the end of everything. Oh, yeah, right there.
Diane says, well, duh.
Well, what?
When we answered her question. Oh my goodness. It's cracking me up.
All right. I kind of doctored the back up. I didn't want to make it poofy.
Yeah, I like that a lot better.
There's the front.
looks
There it is,
more
you guys.
Uniform.
My $750,000 arrangement. If anybody wants to buy it, I'll sell it for $550,000.
Gee.
Gonna put all my paraphernalia here. That there. That stuff's all right in the bucket. And I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Let's move it over here. That looks better. Oh, and sit down. Oh, yeah. Boy, there's all sorts of seeds from the buttonweed.
Let me see if I can't get you in a little closer if you're gonna sit for a while.
Yeah. Gotta make sure my glasses don't get thrown away. God forbid. But I was out doing landscaping drawings today. Where else did I get? I didn't get to the Dixon Library. I was at Kelly Dumfries. You know, I got to see a really cool, I built a limestone wall along her barn. It's probably been at least 12, 13 years ago.
I'm gonna move that other camera.
It's held up really well. It's leaning a little bit, and there's a couple stones that broke, so I'm took pictures, and she wants me to fix the wall a little bit. So I'm going to do that, and I think I'll probably do that by myself because it takes a lot of concentration. You know, these stones are, you know, it's like a jigsaw puzzle no matter what. You know, I just like to be able to be left alone and concentrate on what I'm doing when I'm building the wall and stuff. I think it'll be fun. And it was nice to see Kelly. I hadn't been out to, I told her, I said, it's probably been at least 10 years since I've been out to close to 10 years. And Larry Dunphy is her dad, who had the bookstore that passed away. And this weekend they're doing a dedication. It's Sunday, the dedication, Lisa. We did not miss it.
Oh,
it's
good.
this Sunday at 4 o'clock at the Franklin Creek Nature Center. So I think we're going to go over around 3:30 and be there for the dedication at 4 o'clock for Larry. Larry was always out there to the Franklin Creek and Nachusa grasslands with his books and that, and he's a big advocate of reading and also of the nature, you know, the grasslands and all the stuff. So it'll be a nice dedication for Larry. And I took the...
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just reading the comments.
Is there any question?
Lori says, well, she's telling you that you need to grow pumpkins next year so we can order these.
Well, I can make, if somebody wants one of these, I can go to Hollyhock Farms at Joe Reavers and get pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
So it may not be the exact size in that, but you know, I can get pumpkins.
Yeah, he grew pumpkins, but they're gone now, aren't they?
Well, they were huge. They were Jameson's pumpkins were all massive. There was there was 2 small ones, and this is the smallest one, and there's one that's a little bit bigger, but Jameson's were, they were massive. So, you know, he took them for him and his cousin, Mr. Wiggles took them home.
Huh.
There. What else we're gonna do? We're gonna work on the, I think I got a line on some cedar, so we might be able to finish our fence this year. It just depends. The guy hasn't called me back. I'm kind of worried because he hasn't called me back, but he's in New London, Wisconsin. He's got a sawmill up there, and which, if anybody knows where New London is, I do because I drive through it every year on my way to get greens at Hanauer's tree farm, and it's about 30 miles northwest of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Packerland. We're up in Packerland. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get that. I'm going to go up for greens probably the first week of November, if it frosts. And then we're going to have Christmas trees that I'm picking up on the 19th of November too, you guys. And it'll be the same way as last year, you guys. All our trees, we get all #1 Fraser fir trees. If you want a Christmas tree, you order it online, and we schedule a time to come, and you can bring your family and that, and you guys can go out, and the lot's all yours, and you pick your tree out and load it up, and I say Asti La Vista, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all the other stuff. So anyway, what else? Next week, we got a little change of plans in Sip and Trip. We were going to do, was it my chili?
I think so.
Well,
or putting the garden to sleep, one of the two.
No, I think it was the chili, Lisa. Anyway, next week, we got a reply back from our friend Mark Stock, who is really a history buff, and he had a posting and information on is it the Trestle Bridge disaster in Dixon?
Yes.
In the 1800s, was
Trestle?
it?
Oh, yeah.
Trestle. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's the exact name, but Mark's going to come on and talk about that, and he's got other history too. He does, if you've seen the big peace signs around town, like down there right by Grandin Central Park there by the Grandin Civic Center, and that you can see off to the side at the yoga place, she's got a big wreath. Mark did that. Mark's peace sign wreaths are all over northern Illinois, and I think there's some in Iowa, and there's some in other states, but he's been doing that, and I'll probably have him talk a little bit about that too. So
that'd be great. Yeah, anyway. That'll be a good one. So I'll change that on the
we'll
front
have
page
to change
of the
that.
website.
And he just happened to
there.
message me now, and I didn't want to say no to him. So you guys can always eat my see me make chili later. And you know what? I've been starting. I'm starting to get my recipes together. I harvested the lavender that we had in the yard. We had Lloyd's Phenomenal Lavender, so I harvest the flowers, spent flowers on that, and I'm going to dry them, and I'll put that in the lavender cookies I make for Christmas. So I'm starting to assemble recipes and things for cookies for Christmas. So.
Oh, Diane Rude wants to know if we did the landscaping for Morrison Hospital. It looks great.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we have to go back to guys. It's going to be a little challenge. They have to mulch a wall that's probably about 6 feet high. Put the mulch up there, and then they're going to have to get up there and then mulch it, and then so it won't be easy. We're using bag mulch, not bulk, because that's the only way we can do it. And they'll probably have to put 120 bags down, 130 bags down. So
Wow.
they'll be tired. I don't have much scheduled for them that day. Yes, we were fortunate enough to have my friend Cheryl Christensen, who's a member of the garden. I don't know what the name of the garden club is exactly that she's affiliated with, but she contacted me and they wanted to do this garden at the hospital. So I designed it, they loved it, and so we installed it, but I've been talking with one of the directors there, Mick Welding, and asked him about all the other beds up by the building, and he said, yeah, go ahead and give me a bid on it. So I did, and we got it. So it was really nice that people believe in us and let us beautify their area and landscape. So
Yep.
What's going on?
I'm just messing around with the lights,
Oh, why am I dark?
trying to get rid of
Do I
shit.
have the 5 o'clock shadow?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm working it well or not. I'm learning.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got 5 o'clock shadow.
Is there any questions, you guys? Anybody
Uh,
got questions?
No questions other than one, grow more pumpkins
I get it.
so that you can sell them next year.
Right.
And I think that was it. And you already took the other suggestion for filling in the backside.
Right. And you know what? The other thing I wanted to tell you about today when I was in the greenhouse, and if you're looking for a different Christmas gift, and if I got a clay pot, we could put it in for you and make it real nice. But it's a great house plant. But Fred's kids got flower buds all
Oh my gosh,
over.
are they starting to bloom?
And Fred's and
That's a little bit early.
Fred's got tons of flower buds all over him. And I'm talking about the jade plant we got.
Yeah.
And they're really nice. They're about this tall. They're really nice. They'll be covered with flowers. So if you wanted to give it to somebody as a gift or something for Christmas, it's really a nice plant. And they're great house plants. Great
I'll
house plants.
probably have to get in there and grade them out and get the ones that are really budding up nice.
Yeah, well, there wasn't
I'll
too
be
many
darned.
that today when I was watering.
Yeah, they'll
didn't
go
have-
all the way through the holiday season.
Yeah, I think into February they're usually, finally the buds start.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the flower buds start drying up, but they're a pretty light pink flower.
Nice.
Anything else?
I think that might be it. I really
don't-
wish I could post comments because, John always cues us up.
Right.
Tail
Well,
end
right
stuff?
before we sign off, I'll say what I said earlier in the week. And I said I was out getting measurements and that. If anybody's got a troubled spot in their yard that they need help with and need a design or whatever, now's the time to get me to come by and just get the measurements and do a drawing over the winter and then I can get back with you and talk to you about it. So.
Debbie Schumann's got a quick question.
Sure.
She wants to know if she can bring her succulent wreath inside for the winter. You had what? Aeonium, Blushing Beauty. The short answer, Debbie, is yes. You can bring it in, put it in as much light as you possibly can. If not, if you're into it, under grow lights. So like a southern exposure or western exposure, because you're going to want to, the basic objective is going to be to keep it alive once it hits January and February when the days are super short. And then it's going to require a little bit of maintenance, like cutting back. Sometimes we cut them back and let them reflush with, branch out. Other times we take cuttings and we rebuild them. But yes, definitely bring it in, and you can hang out on the dry side with the water. The the most important variable is going to be light.
And I tell you what, that aeoniums that were in those Milanos that you cut back that were just nothing but sticks,
Yeah.
you ought to see them. They're all budded,
Yeah.
you know, and they're going to start to grow. And, you know, you think it's dead, you guys,
Yeah.
but it isn't. Those things are, even though it just looks like sticks, you know, like a trunk
yeah.
of a tree.
But I was talking to Linda Sue Brown too. She was having problems with her chocolate soldier Calancho, and I think we determined that it was just staying a little too wet.
Right, and I have a tomentosa one, the panda one.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of them, those cuttings that I took the other day. I have one that I think might have, I don't know why, but it's right in the middle of the thing, but it's kind of wilted and limp, and I think it's probably, it's spent too. You know, and you don't get 100% of all your cuttings and stuff either.
Oh, I got a couple more comments. Becca's says she's signing off. Another fantastic sipping trip. Have a groovy weekend. You too, Becca. And Lori says she can't wait for her next year's bud project. What
Yep,
you're
it's on
doing?
the books.
Deborah Stevens says sipping trip is the best way to kick off the weekend. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. That's awesome. Oh, and Debbie Schumann got the message. Okay. Oh, thanks, Linda, for the help.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys, you can just ignore those poor puppies during winter. You know, I brought my Hypertufa trough in last year, and I watered twice for the entire winter. And I have a very shallow soil volume on that. Those, they're not deep at all. So err on the side of drought and plenty of light. Those are the two most important things for taking succulents
Right,
inside.
you know, the days are shorter and it's cooler, so the heat won't, you know.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, those, I don't know what, I must have did the stuff right, but those tiger ferns, I've never seen the tiger ferns that I transplanted and propagated as big as they are. They are massive. And they won't, you know, we've got them. I did that because they grow so slow, and I did that for next spring of 2022. So it'll be interesting. So.
Well.
Yep.
All
well,
right.
I think that's it, you guys.
I think that's
Thank
it.
you
I
for
can't
tuning
post
in.
John's comment, but every week he says peace and love to everyone.
Yep. Peace, everybody.
So
next week, Mark's on. So
next week, Mark,
tune in.
have yourself a great weekend.
It's going to be beautiful out. Lovely weather.
Yes. Happy
Thank you.
fall. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.